The film initiates with a picture of society's standing separation, with the police really looking at the station of prisoners to figure out who ought to be delivered. Just prisoners from the upper and center standings get delivered. The police fault individuals from lower position, blaming them for executing wrongdoings in various forthcoming cases. 6. Rajkannu and Singeni are a couple from the Irula clan who work in the fields of apparent men to control rodent pervasion and catch venomous snakes. Rajkannu is called to a rich man's residence to get a snake that sneaked inside a room. The following day, an instance of thievery is accounted for when the spouse of the man reports unaccounted for gems parts from her storeroom and raises uncertainty on Rajkannu. The police attack Rajkannu's home to track down proof. Rajkannu had left the town before for work. During the attack, the police mercilessly beat and unlawfully keeps his pregnant spouse. The police capture different family members, Rajkannu's sibling, Iruttupan, his sister Pachayammal and his brother by marriage, Mosakutti, and torment them to admit the whereabouts of Rajkannu. The police track down Rajkannu and detain him. They ruthlessly torment him to admit the wrongdoing yet delivers his significant other. Afterward, Singeni is educated that every one of the three men in detainment are fleeing and police compromise her besides to enlighten them concerning their whereabouts. Maithra, who shows grown-ups from Irula clan, becomes acquainted with about Chandru, a legal counselor who battles cases for ancestral networks, and figures out how to persuade him to look for equity for Singeni. In the wake of paying attention to the portrayal of all occasion that occurred up to that point from Singeni, Chandru records a habeas corpus case in the court. The public lawyer, with regards to the police, produces onlookers to prepare a story that Rajkannu and the other two for sure fled from prison. Finding holes in the onlookers' explanations, Chandru reveals that they were committing prevarication and requests that the court examine two cops, Sub-Monitor Gurumurthy, a casteist cop, and Constable Veersamy. Advocate General Slam Mohan assumes control over the case and with regards to the police, guarantees that the three charged have escaped to Kerala when Vardarajulu, the business of Iruttapan, recognizes that Iruttapan informed him through a call that he escaped to Kerala in the wake of committing burglary. In counter, Chandru figures out how to find that the three police being referred to went to Kerala to settle on a telephone decision to Vardarajulu, which Gurumurthy concedes that he emulated the voice of Iruttapan. Chandru and Maithra track down Rajkannu dead in the center of a street close to the boundary of Pondicherry. Both accept that Rajkannu didn't pass on because of an auto collision, somewhat because of lock-up murder. Chandru counsels the specialist who worked on Rajkannu. The specialist lets him know that the reason for death was because of the breaking of the ribcage, however speculates that this could be brought about by a vehicle running over him. Veersamy admits to Smash Mohan that Rajkannu passed on in secure guardianship. Veersamy called Master after the passing. Master lets Veersamy know that he ought to organize that both got away and leave Rajkannu out and about, causing everybody to accept that he kicked the bucket because of a fender bender. Mosakutti and Iruttapan were moved to one more prison in Kerala. Subsequent to hearing this, the attorney advises them to behave as they probably are aware nothing in court. Chandru checks the call history of the police headquarters and advises the court that a call to Master's home was made at 9:10 p.m., which doesn't coordinate with Veersamy's assertion. Chandru asks the court for additional opportunity to explore, which they allow. Chandru, Maithra, Singeni and the Irular clan circumvent the city fighting for equity. Chandru draws an obvious conclusion and finds that Iruttapan for sure called Vardarajulu, yet the police pressured him to settle on the decision. Maithra finds Iruthapan and Mosakutti, and they educate the court concerning the torment each of them three went through and how the police killed Rajkannu. Perumulsamy, a monitor general, says the police accepted hush money from the genuine hoodlum. Chandru likewise expresses that out and about where Rajkannu's cadaver was found, there were bunch of tire marks. There were likewise impressions that matched Master's and Constable Kiruba's impressions. In the wake of hearing these smidgens of proof, the court reports the decision: the police who killed Rajkannu ought to be captured. Singeni will get 3 lakhs and a portion of a ground land as remuneration, while Iruthapan, Mosakutti and Pachayamma get 2 lakhs each. Singeni sorrowfully says thanks to Chandru for his assistance, and Chandru goes to the introduction of Singeni's new house, satisfying Rajkannu's fantasy to get Singeni another house.